hello, beautiful people of the SLE. Today for upper bracket semi, or how is it? Upper bracket quarterfinals, I guess. Uh,
Yep.
I'm here with my favorite bald man, Shade, for
Wagwan,
the
Wagwan.
Dealcast. Yeah. Deadly Lotus, Vitagen Heart. It's a banger. First seed versus third seed. Second seed versus third, sorry. The highest two seeds remaining in the upper bracket. So this is supposed to be a good matchup.
Hell yeah. I mean, this is going to be a battle essentially. I mean, we just saw the tier list by Vitagen Heart's complete sprinter top laner A's, where he rates them first and DL is third. So I don't know. They're probably. That makes it seem to me they're not exactly convinced of a 2-0, especially with the way they wrote their comment about it. I think they're thinking it's probably going to be a 2-1 for them. What do you think about the outcome of this series? Just based on the.
I know they're thinking they're gonna 2-0 them because I think this is like only one of the two matchups they take seriously. What I'm hearing from them is us and is these guys.
But then again,
Um,
they got 2-0'd by us, right? So
yeah, but it's like with
and
a
them
bit
taking
of
it seriously doesn't mean anything when you think about it.
they absolutely pumped them 2 games in a row in regular season. So if regular season is to say anything, that it's then it's a bit of a hard favorite matchup. So it's interesting to see if there's gonna be adaptation because of course like this it's just kind of week 4 or 5 ish, so it's like a long time ago. Maybe DL have improved a lot since then. Not really sure. And yeah, we don't have had that many top games. They haven't played against top teams since then, so not really that much you can take away from that. So I'm curious to see how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, is there any of the players that you're looking at, that just by names that you're thinking this is going to be exciting to see these two against each other?
I think it's just the top lane. I think it's top lane. I think bot lane is a bit of a snoozer matchup because I think Oppression is more like a player that likes to just not lose lane and plays a bit more back. Sycamore Wiggy is like to play really aggressively. So I don't think there can be a lot of skirmishes in one bot. But I think top lane you have a complete inter psychopath Ace against Weezer, who also likes it's a bit of a fist fight. So I think it's going to be a lot of action there. Mid lane, both players. I mean, Icehound has normally been more of a carry player, like assassin and stuff, but I think he's taken a bit more of a backseat to that this split.
Yeah.
Well, Yesse is always like the stable laner, doesn't really try to go for the 1v1s, and just kind of tries to rock up with like a very, very stable situation from mid lane later on in the game. And Jung was just, the draft starting as well. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
pick the points.
yeah. Go on ahead with it. Well, we can talk more about that after the draft is done. But bands coming through here, Vi and Corky coming through from Deadly Lotus, and actually it's kind of interesting, right? It looks like Deadly Lotus are taking away these like go forwards kinds of champs, whereas Vitagen and Heart are taking away the like safe the safe champions.
I knew this. I knew
idea
this
is
Marco was going. I knew this Marco was going to be gone. I talked with Hart a bit. They feel like if this guy's off Maokai, then he's kind of a bit more useless. Same Poppy, I guess. And then they can just trade skirmishes in jungle. Same with the Karma. It's like a triple flex for them as well. So it's really annoying to play into.
Yeah. No, I mean Orianna being taken away by Deadly Lotus. So this will be one of the few games from Heart where they haven't had their Orianna middle lane.
Yeah, this guy is repeat OTP.
Yeah, he is, but I think it's like he said it before. He just kind of takes it because they always leave it open.
Her toe got open, sir.
I mean, Windsor, if from what I've seen, he just pops off every single game he plays this Ambassador, so I'm not surprised to see it coming out as a first pick. But yeah, Gwen being left open, pretty strong champion at the moment. And it's also a top jungle flex.
Yeah, Gwen being left open on for blue, let's just so red can take it is interesting. I think you've seen it like permaban on red. Otherwise taken on B1, no? Like every game.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised that the Vi was banned away if they're planning to ban the Orianna anyway. I feel like they don't really have so many crazy combos. Oh, maybe they could have done like Vi Galio. Maybe they're a bit scared of that.
Vi's getting banned away from Isaac because he's like playing really relevant and he believes like it's the best jungler on the patch at the moment. So it's like a more of like a thoughtful ban. Yeah, but it leaves open champs like the Gwen, like the Tristana is also in a really, really good spot. They have like a double flex mid AD and double flex top jungle, so I like the draft from Heart a lot here.
Yeah. I kind of yeah, double flex makes it really annoying to decide what roles you're picking here. I mean, you can just take the safe ones. Like if they want to show where this ambassador's going, they could take the ADC and jungle is the standard. They could also take mid, something that's a safe blind and is also decent into Tristana, maybe like a Syndra.
The
Instead of
Ivern.
Ivern, good pairing with Ambessa, but does show their top jungle flex. I mean, I'm not even sure if the Ambessa is a potential flex in the jungle for Hyalarn.
I don't
I
think it's a
think it
jungler
is.
anymore. I don't think
Oh,
it's a
okay.
good jungle anymore. So I think it's just a straight slam B1 top lane, Giga Chat. But yeah, the Ivern, it's a good spot, I guess. It's not that bad against Gwen. Gwen can kind of run over you farming wise, but later on. But I think in the early levels it's fine. Gwen's early clear is not the strongest. So it's like I don't want to try from Betty Lotus. It's more like kind of trying to get you away, right? Like Ivern, Syndra, they want to keep you at range.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean the Syndra coming through here, kind of expected. Pretty good into Tristana, pretty good blind as well. So even if the Tristana does get flexed away from mid, it's not going to be too much of an issue for the Syndra here. The question is really, what do you ban now? Because if you ban junglers and the Gwen ends up top, that's annoying. I imagine you're banning top laners that are really annoying for Ambessa, something like Renekton maybe. Because I think Ambessa's maybe fine into Gwen in the top lane, whereas I feel like in the jungle, Gwen's just gonna be able to do whatever she wants against Ivern and Syndra. She's not really gonna have too much of a struggle. So yeah, the Cho'Gath being banned away is probably like Cho'Gath, Renekton. Maybe like Cho'Gath, Camille. I don't know if Hayes would really pick Renekton. It doesn't seem like a champ he would play.
No, not really. I'm not sure if Isaac plays Gwen jungle a lot. I haven't actually never seen him play it, but I'm assuming he can. It looks like a pretty decent Gwen game in jungle as well, like you said. You kind of want to punish her early because her clear is like not that good, right? So you want to punish her in the early levels. Um, but oh yeah, it's a brand jungle. Oh yeah, the buff's coming through, right?
I mean, it could also be brand mid as well. Just something
True,
else to keep in
true.
mind. Could even be brand ADC. I really would doubt it, but it could be.
It could well be actually. I mean, they can kind of swap all their champions around a lot.
Yeah,
I'm
they've
not.
got a lot of flex picks there. I mean, it could just be based on where they see the remainder of the opponents being picked here. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm really curious where this hard draft goes on the R5. We see the crazy full trash being locked. Yeah, kind of defaulting to his most played champion this split. Looking very steady on it. So what's going to be the 5? They're in ADC. What ADCs you want in this game though? Like you want to Jinx because the kind of the safe reassurance you can get into the late game, or what are you thinking here? The Ashe still open for him, also very comfortable on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'd take there as ADC. I'd probably. I mean, if it's me, I'm probably taking like
Yeah,
Yinky.
Varus.
Just something like something to be useful there. I mean, Varus is completely fine. I don't really mind that. I think
Varus,
Jinx would probably
yeah,
struggle quite a bit versus either Tristana or Brand in the bot lane, to be honest. So
I mean
Varus seems
Varus.
pretty safe. Going to be useful later on. Probably poke Varus in this game. The team's pretty squishy.
Mm-hmm.
Galio
Galio.
R5 coming through. Pretty
Yeah.
good picker, I think. Yeah, I mean, they did need another frontliner. Like I said, Poke was looking really good for Varus here, but now they've got someone that's going to be actually quite hard. If Varus goes the Poke build, it's going to be quite hard for Deadly Lotus to actually kill the Galio here, because Ambassador's just going to get locked up as soon as she goes in if she tries to kill the Galio.
Yeah, it kind of locks the Gwen top as well, right? They could have like done some moving around, but yeah, the Varus like being one of the better ADCs in the patch, so makes sense to pick that up. It's probably gonna be poke, right? Playing into like Tristana, Rel, Brand.
Yeah.
On hit is a bit rough. I guess you can hit the Galio and the Rel for a long time. Gwen is like Gwen, right? If you see it in your face, you're dead anyway.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean Hard could still flex the Tristana Brand to mid bot, right? I don't really
Yeah.
see it that much.
I mean, they could even flex if they wanted to. They would never flex Galio top. That would make no sense. But if they do have like Galio mid, Brand jungle, Gwen top, their triple AP top side, I think is like a really nice,
The merc
easy
value
merch
is
game.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Merkside is
I
crazy.
can't imagine many people are going to buy like Syndra's probably not buying it this game. Can't imagine Ivern buys it, but probably Ambessa, maybe Thresh. But
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'm not really sold on the brand pick on 4 there.
I'm actually
It's
kind of down for like an on-hit Varus here with like a Wit's End. Like maybe like
yeah,
Guinsoo into Wit's End or something. I think that could actually go pretty hard.
it's not bad. Yeah, I don't know. I like their 1, 2, 3 was really strong and hard, and the brand was a bit. I don't know. Probably like the belief is that it's really strong at the moment and good Watford vibe. But I just don't think it was that nice. I would have been a bet, especially when you had like Galio planned for R5, right? I don't think the
Yeah.
4-5 from that league is going to change much from the Galio pick they have there. So you think you're gonna have triple AP topside with Tristana solo and like Rel as well. Like the Mercs value on Lotus is fucking crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I would have liked to see like AD top. Like they could have probably taken Rene, maybe even Camille in the top. I don't know how that matchup is. I think it's pretty bad for Camille actually. I don't really know
Oh,
what's
it's
good
pretty
in
good though.
Ambassa, but I would have
Oh,
liked to see on an AD top laner. You can't really do many AD mids into Syndra. So
yeah, it's a bit hard. I think just gonna go for like I thought that's why I said like I haven't seen Isaac play Gwen jungle all that much like or like ever in general. So I wasn't really sure if I was gonna go jungle. Like Ace is very like fond of the champion and he can kind of abuse it to mastery said already. So it didn't really surprise me they sent the Gwen top, but I would have liked a more of like an AD jungler. If you gotta look that route, you can probably even go Seju. Like Seju Gwen is kind of nasty. It kind of doesn't really diminish the Merc value, right? But so a lot of like 80 junglers hope still is good, like Sinzo, Wukong. Um, yeah, so you had more choices than just going straight up like triple AP topside. But I mean, I could think they can work it out.
I mean, based purely on draft, who are you giving? Who are you giving the draft advantage to?
Bjorn, I like Lotus's draft. I don't know, it is very, very like well-rounded. Like the Ivern is just so good with like the front end of the Ambessa. Cindervars are just really nice champions at the moment. Trash some nice protect. I think this hard, if kind of hard can just pull on early pace. I think that Lotus draft will just not have enough damage to deal with like the explosive damage
Mhm.
hard has. So I think the early game is gonna determine a lot of this game. But think I prefer the safety of Lotus draft. I think there's a bit more security built in. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think actually the only thing I don't really like about Lotus's draft is the Thresh. But to be honest, all the other picks that I'd want here are gone. Like Braum gone, Alistar gone, Poppy gone, Maokai gone. Like there's so many supports here that would be just like insane into this bot lane. And they're just all banned away. So you can say there's a lot of insecurity coming out from wikis, which is probably true.
Guys, mega insecure.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to see, to be honest. I would give it to like I would rather play in pretty much every role Lotus's draft, probably not jungle, but that's just because I don't like Ivern.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, in pretty much every role I'd rather play Lotus's draft. But we'll have to see how it goes because there is, obviously I'm not a 100% accurate analyst of the old drafts here.
No, we're completely right and factual, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the target band support. They have a lot of support bands down. I'm really sure would you pick otherwise and Trash here. Like I don't know, it looks like kind of a hard game to pick any supports here. Like all the rail counters are gone. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing I would think is maybe like, I don't know, Leona or something, but I don't even know how good that would be here.
yeah, I guess Gwen Red Rail doesn't not sound that good now. Like and Brand lost it if you go into him. He hates range. I think Leona
Y-
would just not be able to play the game. I feel like in some sense.
Yeah, it just sucks to have like range support with Ivern, that's the only thing.
Mhm.
But yeah,
It's
you're
not the
completely right.
worst though. Like if you can play it really well, like double enchanter, like Ivern, another enchanter, it really depends like what your mid top are, and you can kind of Daisy is like kind of a tank, right? You can face check.
Actually, fuck it.
Warrior.
I would have liked to see Tam Kench support her from Lotus. That's what I would have liked. Yeah, it gives your
I
Varus some
mean,
safety if they all dive onto him.
true,
It's a
true.
melee champ you can play with Ivern. I mean, it does suck into Brand, sure, but like that's not the point. Isn't to like tank up the Brand for a million years, and you kind of can with the shields. Like Brand's pretty burst heavy, even though he does have the dots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. You don't really see Tam can support all that often anymore. Like unless it's like into like Nocturne comps and stuff like that, like Defense or Nocturne Vive stuff like that. So yeah, I wouldn't mind it as well. I think that the support pool is a bit pinched, so they have to find an answer. And this guy like just is in love with Trash.
I mean, Thresh
So,
isn't. I don't think Thresh is bad here either. By the way, I think
no,
it's.
no.
I think it's fine. I just think it's maybe not the best. But actually, now that we see all the champs, like we were talking about matchups earlier, is there any kind of exciting lane matchups you're wanting to look at here? Now that you see the champs that are involved.
I think they're all kind of smooth. You're not gonna lie. I'm really interested to see. I'm most interested. I got, of course, my jungler, right? So it's kind of thing. I think top lane is gonna be nothing until 6. Mid lane is gonna be nothing. And both as like Tristana and Rel kind of wanted to look for kills, but I think Testifaris is gonna play safe. I'm just really curious to see how much faster this brand can clear and can pace this Ivern. He also has Conquer on the brand. It's not bad here actually. I think it's like double H frontline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see how much faster the brand can deal with the clear and how much faster he is on the clear than the Ivern, because just that's like the kind of the value you're looking for, right? In the game, right? Meow. Yes, we are in game.
Alright, indeed. I mean, I'm mostly interested as I'm a mid laner, but this is a complete snooze fest. I'm kind of interested to see how the bot lane goes. I mean, it's Halo Blades on the Vara, so
Hey, come let out here.
he could be going lethal. I mean, you can. I mean, it's probably not so good, but you can go on hit with Halo Blades, like just taking the Halo Blades for some early lane pressure. I'm not sure if that's what he's going to go with, because I would want to go on hit in this game if I was Varus, just so we have a surefire way to deal with the Galio, but I'm not sure if we're going to see that. I see the electrocute on Ambessa too, so I'm interested to see. I imagine he's going like the full lethality one-shot build. Let's see if he got like that. That is like a menace to deal with in the side lane. So I think if he gets a lead or doesn't get too behind before like I don't know 2 or 3 items, he might end up just like one-shotting the Gwen inside.
Yeah,
So
I think his idea this game is just if I kill Tristana or Brand, my team can deal with the Gwen and they don't have damage left, right? So
yeah. Yep. No potion from either jungler here. Respect. Augur in game. Well, I mean, you probably never do it on Ivern. Although I wonder, because like I don't know enough about Ivern jungle. Oh my god, Isaac missed a small raptor there. What a noob. I don't know enough about Ivern, but I wonder if there's like angles where you can actually invade. Because he gets pretty low, right? Before he clears all the...
Ivern gets really low, yeah.
So
if you know where he starts, you could do
yeah, which they do. But I guess that the brand is also spotted out, so if you were to look for an invader, it'd be quite obvious. Everyone taking a bit of a weird route to try and avoid the ward, I suppose. But well, actually, maybe it's just because it's faster to go from the blast gun. But yeah, he's not going to be getting invaded. He's just going to be setting up all his camps. But like, yeah, imagine like around here, he's getting invaded because he's still level 1. I guess Brand needs level 3 before he can really do anything. And everyone does just tap all the camps so fast.
Yeah, but you can't do it. Like, I've done it before in like games where you know where the Ivern starts. You just do like 1 or 2 camps, get your levels, then run down. I run to the opposite side when you don't have wards. I just literally one-shot him and he is so fucked the entire game because of the spawns. You can do it, but you have good coordination on it.
Placing the ward on the by the blue/grump here. I mean, I get pretty good if you don't know where like how Ivern passed, but I think as soon as you like see him start on the Raptors, you kind of know. Holy fuck this! The Ivern technology, you see that? Queued the Krugs and then took the red buff. What a beast! What the hell?
Actual king, yeah.
Holy! Get this Helen guy permabanned. This is completely taken over.
Huh?
I mean, wait, what? Why does it only have 18 CS? That's weird.
Oh, my screen is gone. 18 CS. I mean, the Crocs don't give full because you don't get the little ones.
Wait, so so you don't get full CS, but you do get the same XP and gold, right?
I'm not sure if you get the full same XP and gold, but you don't get the same CS now. Like get a little bit less gold.
Oh my god, oppression! Amazing space in there, in this 2v2 skirmish. And there is double counter pick in the bot lane, so you'd kind of hope that they have some advantage here. Even though Trist is a stronger early game champ. But actually,
Right.
probably not true. Probably not true when Varus got Halo Blades.
Yeah, but I think it's like kind of even though because the Halo Blades. Far is a nice burst, you know.
Icehound does not want 40 gold. He's keeping the little elixir of avarice close to the chest. He likes the way it looks in his inventory. I don't know why, but absolutely no worries there. Absolutely no worries. He's going to keep that one, pop it in the late game for 5 extra true damage to the minions. Looking forward to seeing that. And I mean, oh, there we go. A little gank coming through. They're probably just going to have to go on Wiggies here because Zekon does have the jump out. Doesn't actually manage to land the hook, but flash used from Zekon. It's poked extremely low, but Oppression has no mana left, so I doubt they'll be able to actually do anything here. And one of the things I like about Ivern is that because you don't need damage to clear it, you can just rush these symbiotic souls, whereas the brand has to invest into the Fated Ashes here.
Yep,
and
true,
also,
I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say also just because of like how you clear your camps, you're like so delayed on the second clear, you just get so much time to just walk around and do basically nothing, just pressure for ages. And now only now he has to start going to his Krugs if he wants to.
Yeah, it's good in one sense, but the other side you're like in a big XP deficit for quite a while.
Yeah.
So especially if you're gonna like contest these top grabs, like the brand will hit 6 on the first grab, but you won't be as fast, so you'll be behind in XP for like a little while. So this brand is a lot stronger if they fight on even grounds at the moment. So that's like big difference, right? Ivern has more time to do stuff because like you camp spawning, right? But this brand is gonna be ahead in CS early on because you can rotate his camps a lot quicker.
Yeah. Is there any I don't play jungle, but is there any advantage to like staying longer after your first, like when you start like Raptors, you know, like do you even gain any more items? I feel like if you go back to the Raptors and then reset to the
you can
do the boss camps, but like does it even give you anything? Because it's like an extra 200 gold, so it's you're not even gonna, you might get like, well, he's probably going to the Andrews first, so he doesn't even want to buy the moat, you know.
No, I mean
It's
for
probably
brand
not even
itself doesn't matter that much, but for some champions it does, right? When you get like or like, you get like a serrated Dirk instead of like those double longsword boots, right? Something like that. Oppression's alone here.
Getting jumped on here. Oh, good trade of flashes there, but probably will be dropping here. Actually manages to get the Thresh Lantern out of there. So yeah, I mean trades flash with Wiggies here. Yellern having a little look around this Dragon, but I really don't think they're going to be able to contest it after what
look at the level. Look at the level. Look at level. Yarn's level 4. He can't take Rot because Ivern is terrible at taking these things.
Yeah.
All the camps are up, so yeah. Isaac's gonna be in a really nice position for now. I mean, they poked out the Varus, so they can take this break for free, and I think they can still easily contest the grubs as well.
Yeah, I mean, he can if he wants to, because he probably wants to wait for Ace to get back, so he probably does his Raptors here. Maybe even the Krugs as well.
I think.
No, wait, because I guess because Rel's on a timer. Because Zekon is just bleeding in the bot lane here. But surely Rel can go back to bot because they see, because they see Thresh there.
Yeah, Yarn level 5. I mean, they have push in mid, they have gonna have push in top. Yeah, Yarn, hello? I think yes, walks in and you get the flash at least.
Should just be able to walk out here. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, I think it's stunned. That's fine. They get grubs. I think they're fine. Like Ace can move first, so. If Yarn
that's
walks in
quite sad
again,
actually, because he did manage to get a steal on one there.
They get first blood on both as well, by the way.
I think he should be out here. I don't think the Gwen kills.
Yeah,
Gwen even invested Ghost and ultimate here. It's nice that he held his flash for a little bit there. Gave him a pretty big advantage there, but he's not going to be able to grab his blue. I mean, when things like this happen, you really have to hope that your your teammate is getting some mega advantage from this, by the way, because Windsor just basically gave the enemy team grubs by freezing tops there.
Yep, and their bot lane got 2v2 killed as well.
Wow.
On the power.
2v1 god.
I mean, yeah, first he got 2v2 killed, but I guess Graceful died first, and then Oppression died as well.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that. That. Yes, nicely done.
During the Grubby's fight, they got a kill. He almost missed a smite on grubs as well. I mean, the early took it a bit disastrous for a deadly Lotus at the moment. This Ivern not having that much impact, because Isaac is so far ahead of this guy. And it's gonna be just a growing lead. Look at all the camps that are up for Isaac, and he already is 20 CS ahead. He's gonna be mega ahead after his next base. I remember what he can buy at this point. I think maybe he can buy full hunting, guys.
Yeah, I mean it's quite a shame because you like when you blind both your solo laners, you really don't want to see your bot lane lose in the 2v2 as well, because that's just like you've literally blinded your entire top side. You only got counter picks on bot lane, and your bot lane's getting fisted. Like you do not want to see that as any of the nice steal away of the blue buff here from Galen.
A little young. Let's see what Isaac can buy. Yeah, hunting guys. Get a dark seal. Come on, do it. We don't know. Can we just check gold real quickly on Brad? Let's see. Yeah, Mr. Observer.
I mean, he did. He bought a ruby crystal, so he could have bought a dark seal instead of the ruby.
No trust, no trust. 300 gold ahead. Not the worst. Mostly XP lead in jungle.
Yeah, he's got quite a lead. I mean, Ivern only just hit 6 off of stealing the blue, right? And Brand was already level 7 by that point, so he is like a full level ahead.
I mean, the items in bot also look very, very rough.
And yeah, now
you can't be freeze on Tristana though, but
really, I mean, this is really smart by both sides here, right? DL recognized their jungler's top side, they can't really step up, and nicely done by.
No flash, he's dead.
Yeah, I mean.
Bot lane is having a bit of a rough time this series.
Yeah.
For now. Ace,
Ace might be overplaying his hand here when he's got nobody. Yep. Tries to dodge away from the Ambassador ulti, the public execution, but executed he shall be regardless. Maybe playing a bit too aggressive there. I mean, it looks like it was coming into Windsor here, but I mean, he's got Tiamat, so there's not really a chance of freeze. I mean, both sides just overstepped when their jungler wasn't playing on their side.
No, look at Brand, look at the Brand. I think they're dead here.
Yeah, they are just dead. They're just 100% dead. I mean, yeah, it's just,
their bot lane is
just
getting murdered.
This game is so over.
Another kill for Tristana. Yeah, Zikkan is taking over. It's the bot lane of Heart is just murdering, and while Ace is trying the best to give that enough to some hope, it is looking kind of rough. Get the plate.
Yeah.
It's looking like a bit of a murder until this point. Yeah. Normally, Deadly Dead bot lane, kind of like the stable and steady type, but yeah, getting caught up, like bad timings, just walking up as far as with flash without flash. Not looking all too good. The jungle matchup is also kind of like really, really hard for Ivern. Look at the difference in CS. 30 CS I had in 11 minutes already. Like
fuck the CS. Look at the item builds on ADC. Holy moly! I'm alt F4 and if I say this, 60 stacks on tier versus Giga Chad full Yuntao.
I think this should be illegal from the take, but I think Hard is just fine with getting the Drake instead of the Grubbies. Which I think is fine. I don't think the side lane push from Dead Loads is that special. So I think they don't mind that much if they take 4. They already have feats claimed almost. So. Yeah, the bot lane item defeat looks a bit fucking hard, isn't it? Okay, Ace, don't die again, and you're fine.
I mean, what the hope is that this wins. Like, Yalan's playing pretty good. Windsor's ahead in top. The hope is that these guys legit 2v8 the game. I mean, Icehound isn't doing bad, but he just can't really do too much in this matchup. So, I do like.
I hope.
He held the Avarice thing, complete waste. I do like that he's holding the 30 adaptive force one, because that can make a pretty big difference in fights. But this first tower going down here, that's going to be Feats going over. I think no Feats. Yeah, this is Feats going over.
This is Feats, yeah.
Because they only have 2.
Oh, they're gonna let the minions die more and more. I think, yeah. Dire Wave gone, Power gone. This fan is just it's monster fed. Can we get a little bit quick gold grab? I think this is around like 3k gold up almost. Yeah, exactly 3k gold up. Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's just insane. The thing is, though, but obviously because he's getting, I mean, he's legit 3 levels ahead, which is like not real. If you do get a shutdown onto this Tristana, especially if it's onto like Windsor, maybe even the Syndra could be good on. If you get this shutdown onto someone, the fact that the Tristana is so far ahead in levels means their death timer is going to be really long, gives Oppression way more time to catch up. So I think it's just if the Tristana doesn't use the W correctly, maybe gets caught out by a Thresh Hook, there's a real chance
Yeah, but if Zikan
that the
gets
game
called
just
out,
swings the other way.
yeah, but if Zikan gets caught on Tristana, but like having like Gali or Rill in front of him, he should be reported. Not gonna lie. So I'm not really assuming that it's gonna happen that fast. Like he's everything up, like W up, flash up, barrier up. So I don't think they have enough damage to one-shot him yet. Later in the game maybe, but they for sure had the hope that they're not mega outskilled by that point.
Yeah.
Items
For
coming
sure.
over the top side for the other Profane, Redemption, Blackfire Torch. So if it's just a top side fight at 3v3, then I think BL are probably in a better spot at the moment. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think they're gonna try to keep mismatching Zikan into this Ambessa at the moment, and then leaving Gwen on the open lane, on the longer lane. They're trying to get it close.
Yeah, it was a nice attempt there. I mean, if that did land, I think with the CC chain from the public execution, even if the Galio ultis in, I think the Tristana would just drop there. Especially if the Thresh was playing good enough to time the Flay with the Tristana jump.
I'm assuming you can because he plays December, right?
Yeah,
it should be at least.
It's pretty easy to do on Thresh. Or against Tristana, I should say, because Trist has quite a long wind-up animation for the jump, so...
Yep. Like buffering as Tristana itself is kind of hard, but yeah, canceling her jump is doable, pretty doable.
Yeah.
You can even do it like mid-air, right? So not that hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Windsor, they're like.
Yeah, they just really want to find this Tristan. I mean, they know it's their way back into the game, and it looks like the solo laners are going to swap around here, as Syndra does not want to be matching into the Gwen. But it looks like, yeah, Gwen's also taking a reset here. And Galio's running up to top side as well. Probably looking to play for the Herald, which is coming up in 10 seconds. So pretty good macro here by Ace. Pushes in the bot lane. Forces Windsor to come down because Syndra definitely cannot match the Gwen. And then Gwen just insta recalls.
That ward is on Godswork, by the way. This ward in like the bush. Is it try bush as well? Can you call it a try bush? I guess yeah.
You can call it whatever you want. It's not gonna. It doesn't really have feelings.
Oh
no, that's a shame. Yeah, just went a bit too early with the hook there. Tried to combo it together, but the Syndra QE does slightly push opponents as it connects. So unfortunately, weren't able to combo those together. And yeah, they're not going to be able to contest this objective. They just simply don't have the numbers. As Gwen recognizes that and just walks over to the bot lane.
Ace, don't be happy snipping. I mean, Ace is still like fine as matchup. I wonder if it's like gonna be like really favored towards Ambessa or Gwen and one more. But
if this matchup is good for Ambessa, that time right there was the time that Windsor could have played aggressive because he knows there's nobody bot. He just saw the little notification saying everyone was topside. So if he wanted to play aggressive, that was the moment to do it. I don't really like that they're matching the Galio into...
I think it is doing it for Drake.
Maybe?
Gwen is better on side now, like, oh, getting caught here, maybe.
No, like Crazy Ball with a nice hook. Wiggy's brought really low. That might be enough to secure Drake here. I don't know if Wiggy's is going to be able to make it back in time. He doesn't have Symbiotic Soul, so his recall will be quite slow.
Yeah, he's recalling. I think they're going to
get this. Yeah, I think they're going to have to just give this one. I think Icehound's going to have to... I think they're going to have to just give tier 1 top. I think that's completely fine. Give tier 1 top to guarantee that you get soul point. Yeah, just recall now. Add on up to top. I think he has to recall soon though. He's not going to TP it now. He's just going to die, I think. Ah, never mind.
Ace is scared. Yeah, he's scared for this. Well, that's a good
play. Oh, it's Windsor that TP'd up. Oh, well then it's kind of fine, I think. I think if it was Icehound, it was doomed. Oh wait, he doesn't even have TP. What am I talking about?
Nope, you were kind of stupid. It's fine. Yeah, the rails moving up. If they're fighting, I think it could be a bit bad for Windsor here. He has the flash.
Oh, no way. Missed the public execution there. The fatal mistake does end up dropping here. Even uses the flash. I mean, Ace uses Ghost, but Ghost has a much shorter cooldown than Flash.
Oh, I think he's got the other side as well.
Yeah, he's got no way out here. He's absolutely cool. Oh, never mind. Nice. Flash escape there from Hyalar.
Well, it's so greedy to try to defend that tower with Thresh that far away, knowing the brand. Did they actually know Brand is top? I'm not sure if they spotted him on vision because he was not there for the kill. Yeah, good play. Oh,
my days. Everyone's flash just being taken away here. In the span of about 30 seconds, DL have lost 3 flashes on their team. So
3 flashes, a top tower. Oh, damn, I mean, Wiggy's versus normally his own tier in every champion, no? Like, I'm not seeing it this game. Someone told him off.
I mean, that's it, right? Like you said, they take this one serious.
They're taking
They
this
view them as a real opponent, so they're actually trying in this one. Zikan jumping in, getting stunned up here, and a Galio ulti forced to be, or forced out here, mostly to protect Tristana's barrier here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not lost still, but the gold lead is growing slowly, especially when you have like plays like this. They're
Oppression.
Oh no, oppression, oh no.
No flash available is just gonna drop here. Nice TP from Ace. He brawls everyone to the bot lane, TPs away, makes a play on the other side. I think this is the thing, like, DL is constantly running around the map, reacting to what Vitagen Heart is doing. Never making a proactive play there, almost never making a proactive play there, and when they do, they usually end up with a number disadvantage fight somehow. So, yeah, it's just looking like Vitagen Heart is really good at controlling the map here.
Yeah, I mean, the early game has been like by far the best of everyone in the entire split. It's just the late game where they have been struggling to kind of like keep the lead up, don't like in for funnies. So I'm curious to see how they can transition this early game lead into like mid to later stage of the game. I think it'll be fine though. I mean, their lead is like the lead is like really big. So especially look at Tristana, 6 up, 5-0 still. 2.5 items against don't look at Vars. He's a bit of a poverty at this in this game. Good enough. But top side from DL still in a strong spot. They're forcing the Atakan. I'm not sure if Hart knows this because Atakan start 5v5 is kind of criminal. They have no TP. They have TP on Gallo. They don't have Brando.
Yeah, Wiggy's on a monster flank here. They can't really commit too far forwards, although Iceland is looking for a bit of poke onto Wiggy's. Has been brought pretty low. Ace is trying to keep the Atakan aggroed here as Wiggy's still being poked out. Don't know if they're going to be able to walk in, but Ace no ultimate available now. Josiah almost has his up. They might just be trying to flip the... Oh, the blue team actually managed to steal it here. And Windsor is getting in there, gets absolutely annihilated by the Tristana. Ace force the barrier. Ace is going to be cooked here. So shutdown going over to Oppression. An amazing hook from iCrazyFull, but is going to be dropping Galio ulti used. But Oppression's looking around from the other side. They might be able to pincer and finish off this transfer. Tristana has got a massive shutdown. Good aim from Oppression there. Does manage to pick up that kill. Shutdown over to him. Wiggy's looking for something, but I just don't think they have the damage to take anyone out here with the Ivern shields. Wow, amazing for a deadly Lotus here. Got all the flowers, or most of the flowers. Actually, Wiggy's is looking for more. Gallerin does manage to drop here. Wow, good CC chain there, making sure he can't actually drop any shields on himself. And a TP coming through for Windsor. I don't know what this one's all about. Maybe he's just trying to look for the bot tier 1 tower here. Off of this. Oh, he's setting up for Drake, so I imagine he's gonna... Yeah, he's looking to get some control here, okay. Oh, fails the ultimate. You do not want to see that 30 seconds before Drake. That's not going to be available now.
Where's the base? He's way too low. Actually, they have... Oh,
CrazyFull. Wait, CrazyFull! Just walk up and fight him! CrazyFull, no! He...
They won't have Ivan with them for a little bit, so I think they need to force. I think. Oh no,
no! Jonathan Isaac is just dropping here.
Yeah, it's dropping. Yeah, they're inting.
Oh, but Oppression's going to be dropping too. He cannot get out of this one. Oh, nice stun from Icehound here, actually saving Oppression. Zikan jumping forward there if he can get onto anyone here. Never mind, isn't quite able to stick onto that Syndra, but the damage that he's put down might just be enough for them to be able to pick up this dragon here uncontested.
No, there's no jungler alive. For Hard for a little bit, so... Oh, the sequence is very bad for Hard, but so good for Lotus. This Atakan stuff was crazy. I feel like, dude, Atakan 5v5 when you're behind is fucking insanity.
It should never work, but the team fight was just played so much better by Deadly Lotus, and I mean... If Winged had his ultimate available there as well, he might have even been able to get more in that last fight in the one just a second ago there. And it could have been a clean clean wipe there.
I think the issue with
For,
this fight
Hart.
was just Wiggy's being like trying to go for flank, but just got poked out because he kind of. I think he just has to be with his team, just go engage with them instead of like engaging from the side because you can just get poked out so easily by Syndra, by Mistress. You can never enter, and it's very cool now.
And there's
yeah,
there's Gwen TPing in here. I think they just have to give this one now. I don't think they want to actually commit to this fight too much. They're a bit too late to it. Oh,
Well,
Ace
Ace
is kind of insing though. He's a bit too far forwards. Actually kites backwards here. Does manage to jump out, but bit of miscommunication there. Wiggy's still trying to look to go forwards. Nice
They get the hook on
spacing from the whole of Deadly Lotus. And insane Syndra's done. Ace is going to be dropping here. The whole of Vitagen Heart is probably going to be dropping. Baron is spawning in 45 seconds. Don't know if they've got enough time. Josiah may
I think he's dead as well.
I think he's dropping here. He doesn't have flash available. Yeah, he's just going to be getting chained up by the Daisy.
nice
Good
see.
cancel there.
I think he lives now.
Karen, if
Actually.
he's going to get the out of combat move speed. If he takes the long path out here, I think he actually is fine to catch up. Josiah does manage to get the E off. Not very good patience from Piaman there. Could have actually waited a little bit and thrown the Q afterwards, but nice escape from Josiah there. Good dog. Good use
No,
of
it's a
mechanics.
disaster. They're even in gold exactly now. Like I said, their early games are so good from hard, but their late game, mid game transition is terrible. They're just throwing themselves at them. They're just inting for funnies because they had the drink. They didn't have to fight. They're kind of lucky this Baron was up. So the game state is looking a lot better for Deadly Lotus now. The Varus is completely back. Look, he was 0-4, like mega behind. Now he has 5 kills. He's still behind though. Don't take me wrong. But yeah, I don't know. Tristana's just getting caught on repeat for his hooks.
I mean, that fight wasn't Tristana's fault. Like, it was just so much. The coordination from Deadly Lotus was really good in that last team fight. They played around all of the enemy spells really well. They just avoided all the threats. And then it just looked like a disaster for the side of Vitagen Heart. You know, Gwen jumps in, gets insta-stunned by Syndra, has to jump out, but Wiggy's tries to commit to help, doesn't really, you know, think that the Gwen's going to jump out, thinks they're going to be committing to the fight. They're also ulting in.
This is an interesting force Baron here.
Yeah, I mean, no vision set up here, and Crazy Four, it looks like he's just doing a standard thing. They know, okay.
They just put
but Crazy Four might be a bit too far up here. Nice dodge. No, the Crazy Four is just dropping here. A Syndra TP's in, but Crazy Four is extremely low, and the Baron is pummeling him here.
It's very,
very low here. Aze is now trying to use his time here to get this tower. He's just getting a little bit of chip damage. Pretty smart what he's doing still, though. Drawing people away from the Baron. Giving a little bit of time for his team to breathe here. Get their resets in as they're all chasing him around.
They need to reset their mental a little bit because they have been just straight up inting while Dead Lotus has been doing really well in these fights. They kind of claw back with a big, massive disadvantage. It is a Drake soul spawning in 2 minutes. It's not like a game-ending soul, I have to say, but it's still like a pretty strong soul, especially on people like the Gwen, right?
It's an insane soul for both teams here. You know, if you have the extra move speed, it's way easier to look for Syndra stuns, way easier to position as Varus, way easier for Rel to look for flanks or even just engages in general. Much easier for the brand to get in range to hit people. It is actually, in this game, I think it is a game-winning soul. I think whoever gets this soul just wins the game on the spot. And obviously, Vitagen Heart are much closer to reaching that soul than Deadly Lotus. So I think, you know, if they aren't able to do something about this Baron now, and they're forced to choose between the Baron or the Dragon in a minute 30, I think it's going to be in a really, really tough situation, a really tough macro decision from Deadly Lotus. Do they give the soul and go for the Baron, or do they? Because I think if they give the Baron, probably both the tier 2 towers on their team for Deadly Lotus are going to drop.
Their damage, the Baron damage from Deadly Lotus is not the best, but the Baron damage from like, Heart is so fast. You have like triple DPS kind of with the brand as well, like Gwen, Tristana. It just goes so fast. We see them fighting in the bot lane, by the way. The top lane is he gets solo killed.
Oh, okay. Well, that's huge. That's huge. That's exactly what you want to see a minute before Dragon spawns here. They might be able to force the Baron off of this. See, now Windsor still staying into the bot lane, has his TP available. I think they want to try and force Baron here, ideally, honestly. And then, yeah, I mean, it's too late now. It's way too late now, for sure. They've already committed to setting up bot side, and I think, if you're Heart here, you just have to accept that and try to set up for Baron when Aze spawns. Aze has TP. I think they just play topside. They give
Look at
all the control here bot side and just play.
Windsor's mega low. Oh, this could be very bad. They have flash on the brand. Oh,
I mean, Windsor also has his flash available, so I don't think there's actually much threat to him here. Doesn't even have the TP available. I think he just resets and TP's back in here. Crazy Fool might be looking for a hook. Good play here. Galio ult TP, and he was just on Crazy Fool. Windsor actually still decides to stay in this fight, but is immediately going to run straight back out. I think he wants to reset and TP here, honestly, if he wants to continue this fight. But at the moment, it is a 4v4 with almost everything up, and a huge chunk onto Wiggy's there. Good redemption, actually. It means that Windsor doesn't have to reset her, and they might even be able to get both Baron and the Dragon off of this.
That the Lotus is in a winning position now. They completely took over the game. That Atakan fights flipped the game so hard. This brand has fuck all value. I don't feel like he does anything, to be honest. The Shashala lead is also not doing that much because he can't hit. Like, it's looking kind of dire for Hard here. They have to claw their way back from. They kind of claw themselves away from victory, but now they have to claw themselves away from defeat. I
mean, I don't want to glaze too hard, but iSound is doing some work here with these stuns, as is Crazy Fool with the hooks, of course. There's a lot of good CC coming out here. And another amazing stun. Windsor able to dash onto Zekan, force the barrier, is extremely low. iSound has his ultimate available if Zekan steps up. And Ace is on the back, but I don't think he's going to be able to do anything here. If he walks up and gets stunned by iSound, he's just doomed. If he doesn't use the W, he's also doomed.
I think that, though. Like, they got on Baron, they only dropped their support. Like, I think they're fine with that. In the end,
I don't think they had to get off Baron. I actually think they could have just ran towards it. And maybe they did. I think Ace spaced it well enough where he wouldn't die even if they just decided to run at him. But yeah, just nicely done. And now we see the Banshee starting to come out from the Syndra here. Nice, actually. Even if the spell shield isn't much value, the amount of magic damage on the side of Vitagen Heart actually makes it pretty decent purchase. It's a big chunk of magic resist. So it makes him pretty hard to kill her, especially when a lot of the damage is coming through is the brand AoE damage.
Yeah, this Syndra is doing God's work this game, not gonna lie. Really well.
I mean, Crazy Fool, like the laning phase didn't look so hot, but like outside of the lane, he's landing some really, really crucial hooks that are just winning fights alone. And then obviously iSound is able to follow up every single time. He's finding some amazing stuns of his own to disengage fights. Doing really, really good here.
Yeah, and the team comes from DL and says, oh no, Biggie, why are you walking there? Oh no.
Yeah, Biggie's a bit too aggressive. iSound commits the ultimate. That might actually be pretty bad here. Oppression also commits the ultimate on side, but on the other side, is run down Hyalan, who's forced to... Oh my god, Zekan brought extreme low, and Windsor finds an ultimate onto it. This is going to be a clean ace, I believe, here. Windsor, absolutely amazing. Good stun from iSound there. And, I mean, now Zekan also has no flash. Did use it to try and kill iSound there. But,
I think this kind of could be a game that the team come from DL is looking like amazing right now. But I don't know, man. The lead from Heart is just non-existent anymore. Like, it just completely evaporated in the last, like, what, 10 minutes? Like, at 20 minutes they were like over 5k gold, and it swung so much. I don't know. This brand should be OP, but I don't know. Ace is making it look kind of balanced. Same with this brand. It just does nothing. I feel like it's just getting completely outvalued by the Ivern in this game.
I mean, you have to give respect to the whole of Deadly Lotus, because if I was in this game, my mental would be like so doomed. But they have so much trust in each other in this game. Like, even when it looked terrible for them, they just did what they could, and it's absolutely working out for them at this point in this game.
It is looking very, very good from DL. Really showing really nice resilience to make a comeback this game. Yeah, I think that it's so hard to do anything unless you can find like a gold flank. I think they've been kind of inting as well, but like a lot of these like deaths they've been having.
I mean, now it's so hard for Ace to do something in the sideline. You know, at some point he was able to almost solo kill Windsor, but now 3 levels down, an item and a half deficit. It's not going to be possible for the Gwen to play that sideline on her own. They are committing 4 people down to the bot side here, as Icehound and the rest of Deadly Lotus are in the mid lane trying to push an advantage here. Windsor solo dragging everyone there. Hasn't even taken a chip of damage. Hasn't even lost his Edge of Night yet. It's just absolutely toying with him, spacing pretty well. Getting a huge chunk onto Ace there. 60% of Ace's health just dropping just like that as the double cannon minion in the middle lane, able to take down the inhibitor tower. If Jonathan Isaac steps up a bit too much here, Icehound is in the prime position to look for a stun. Crazyfall also positioning very well. Make sure that if Wiggies does look for an engage on the flank there, he is ready to lantern them out.
Yeah, this game is looking more and more off by the second. Drake coming up in 20 seconds. Yeah, Hard can never contest this, of course. Yeah, how do they win? I think they're too behind. Their comp just doesn't work anymore.
Honestly, they can still win, but it has to be like what keeps happening in these fights is that Deadly Lotus are the ones pulling the trigger every single time. It has to be some fight where Wiggies finds a miracle engage, and then Zcon can free hit. But no, I mean, this is kind of what the issue is Wiggies is consistently, like, he's just getting punished. Every time he stands a bit too aggressively, Deadly Lotus are always ready to punish. And Weenzer finds an amazing ult right as the Gwen W there times out. This?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the third time in a row that Wiggies just get caught up walking up Funny in the jungle with no one behind him, just getting straight thresh hook in his face. I don't know. It's just a bit of a disaster this mid game. Like it's kind of like clockwork. I told you, like the early games were amazing, but the mid to late game is just. I don't know what happens, but they just collapse.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is just a case of, I mean, part of it is just they aren't playing the team fight so well. Like, they play the map so good, but the fights themselves, I mean, Josiah, as far, like, in my opinion, Josiah plays the team fights amazingly. But the rest of Vitagen Heart seem to struggle a bit. If it doesn't all go according to plan, the adaptation, when the plan doesn't go as planned, just seems to be a bit of a disaster. Wiggy's able to find a flash engage here. No Galio ultimate coming out. So no further follow-up on this one, unfortunately. I would have liked to see a Galio flash there. Oh, A is on the flank here. Might be able to find Icehound, but no. Icehound has got so much move speed to get out of here. Might be looking for a stun soon. Crazyfall actually being jumped on here.
Oh, look at it right there, kind of chance.
And Weenzer is just in the top lane, 1v1 in the Brand. Don't know if he'll be able to take him out though. The Brand is full HP and Weenzer is at 60%. Good pick there. And good flank from Ace. I mean, it was an amazing engage from Wiggies. Unfortunately, no initial follow-up on it, but eventually were able to find that one there. I'm kind of surprised that Ace was able to stand there. And Crazyfall still went for the hook forwards onto the Galio, to be honest. I think they should have backed out there and tried to play for the Gwen. But maybe he played well around the vision.
I don't know, they should have gotten more from that. I think they got so little from it. The kill with Thresh definitely going to change much. They lost what, like, well flash, so...
Yeah, I think when you're this far behind though, you kind of have to just get what you can. With the, oh my god, Josiah is just gonna be dropping it. There's no way he gets out. Yeah, but when you get these when you're so far behind like this, like you might not get an objective or something, but you are pushing the enemies a bit further away from. But you know, you push out the side lanes. You just do what you can to make sure the enemies have to spend some time pushing out the lanes again, so that you don't just insta lose the game. You can get some control of your jungle back. You can start taking your camps again. So I think that's really what they gained from this fight. As Yeller doing a bit of a Wiggies here, just running straight forwards, but does check the bush with Q and isn't punished. Actually hits A's with that one. Insta recalls back out, straight onto the map. Got the Magi, 2 Magi's coming out from Deadly Lotus. They are confident. Yeah, I mean, really for good reason. They're playing this the mid and late game so well in this game.
My question is though, do Hard have enough damage to get through this Deadly Lotus team with the Ivern, with the Thresh, with the Ambessa diving on the backline as well?
I mean, I actually think if... I mean, Zcon can flash the Ambessa ulti, and I think if he does that, and Vitagen Heart are able to start the fight, I think it's actually winnable. It's just so hard for Wiggies to engage into this team with the Ivern, with the Thresh, and with the Syndra.
Look at the positioning though. Oh, they're gonna send it.
Yeah, and there's, it's so. I mean, you can't really blame Wiggies for this. By the way, he has to find like miracle plays every single time. It is, like I said, it's so hard. He's into Thresh, Syndra, 2 easy ways to cancel his W, and he doesn't have flash anymore. He used his flash, found an insane engage,
Oh,
but
they're
it
so
wasn't
scared.
capitalized
They're
on.
so scared on the side of BL. They don't want to fight this. Oh, they missed the stun. They don't want to do the ram. They're scared. Oy, oy,
No,
oy.
I mean, if they lose a fight here, the game might just end, honestly. So I can understand. Now the wave's gone, so it might not end if they lose a fight. Windsor could just alter the Galio here. Yeah, he actually does. Gets onto Zekon still, and Zekon is able to escape here, but has used both summoners. Windsor should be able to survive here. Crazy Fool looks for the hook, doesn't quite find it. Oppression looks for the flash ulti, also doesn't find it. Icehound looks for the flash stun, does get it. Finally, someone lands some CC on
taking
the
a wave.
flash there. And that's going to be Baron. Yeah, A's smartly taking the wave there to make sure the game doesn't end on the spot. Well played to him.
Public execution finding Galio so he got to the Tristana as well. I think the Galio needs to flash it and he's fine, because if he doesn't hit the Galio, he can't get onto Tristana, and they're both fine. They're just reading their sums in, like, after they got hit by the spells. They're gonna lose soul as well. 4 Cloud Souls. Yeah, good luck.
I don't know. They all based, but yeah, I guess 2 members of A's used in his ultimate as well. Yeah. Oh, nice space in front. Doesn't even lose his banshees here. Disgusting. Just really, really well done here. Windsor might actually get caught out here. No, he's gonna be completely fine. That Maw of Malmori is insane here. Yeah, amazing public execution here onto Wiggies. Another kill, 100 gold into Windsor's back pocket. Wiggies is not worth so much at the moment, as A's once again doing what he can, taking the wave. I don't think Oppression's going to be able to stop him here, as A's will be able to use the W if necessary. So they are just going to trade the waves here, and now A's probably going to look to go into the top side, do the same thing in top lane. But, amazing stun from Icehound. Wow, very, very well done. Catches the Trist in the middle of the jump and just completely one-shots the Tristana. This should be game over here, as Crazy Fool, with the help of one singular Groblet, is trying to take out a little inhib here. But the wave's quite far away. I think they just put on the bot wave. Don't know what these two, the bot lane of Deadly Lotus, are doing here. Icehound looking for another stun, doesn't quite manage to find it on Jonathan Isaac. But I mean, does find some other spells, as Crazy Fool getting in there onto Wiggies. Wiggies dropping down. Brand short to follow here. Amazing comeback there for Deadly Lotus. It looked completely lost. And I told you, by the way, whichever team gets Cloud Soul is going to win this game. Which team got Cloud Soul? Which team won the game?
Nah, this is such a fucking stupid statement, but game 1 going to Deadly Lotus. I mean, this is a complete surprise. Do you have any chance to grab the game and look at the swing, the Atakan fight? Trevor, can we look at that by any chance? We reload the game for a second. If you can look at the Atakan fight, and I flip the game. You can just go back into the game. I think that, like, before the Atakan, do you have anyone from them on your friends list, by the way? Observer. Then you can just cross back.
Touch, you're gonna have to start speaking English to him, bro. Speak a bit more clearly. Like,
can we look
pronounce
back
your words?
Can we look back at the Atakan fight? My bad.
He can't, because he doesn't have him as a friend, I don't think. Yeah.
Oh, you don't have anyone on your friends list? Oh, no, that doesn't look
That's
like
fine.
it, yeah.
That's fine. I can give you a play-by-play. Wiggy's behind the Dragon Pit, looking for a fight here. Syndra landed some spells onto the rail. I mean, you could watch it back on the stream if you really wanted to.
Can you?
Like, you can look at the VOD on stream. Yeah, go videos and then change it to past broadcast. No, I'm not saying the observer should do this, by the way. But
yeah, and the stream
you can just skip forward in it. I'll tell you exactly when it is.
No, I'll get the game myself. But
it is at, in the VOD, it is at 53 minutes.
53 minutes? That many little game is that long?
No, it was 21 minutes.
It's 21 minutes 15, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at the fight here. Yeah, it looks so bad. I think they're so overcommitted in fighting this.
I mean, I actually think it's just really well played by Deadly Lotus. Deadly Lotus back off of the Atacon, knowing it's at 7k HP. Wiggy's, like, the thing is, in Wiggy's mind, they're committed to the Atacon. They're going to keep hitting it, and he's going to find a monster flank, and it's going to be such an easy team fight. Right? If he can W in, and the Galio can flash taunt, it's an insta one team fight. But Deadly Lotus plays it really well. They back off, they play safe. They've got the pink ward in that bush, so they know there's like, they know they'll have constant vision no matter what in that bush. And then they just play back there, and then as soon as the Articon gets that, they've already poked Wiggies out by that point, so they're not as scared of the flank. And Icehound still plays to make sure Wiggies can't join the fight, right? Even when the rest of his team goes forwards, Icehound plays back, and it just makes the fight a 4v4. But it's a really good 4v4 because the main engage for Vitagen Heart isn't there, and then Icehound can still join the fight later on. Like it's just really well done from Deadly Lotus. They just play it really patiently.
Yeah, I'm looking at fight bit. Yeah, they got like they got Ivan Q onto the brand, then they got Ivan Q onto the Tristana, then another Trash Q on Tristana. They hit they carry with like every single spell. Pretty well played by Deadly Loads, but I think it's like mostly this hard, also just completely mispositioning. Going
I'm
like
not a
taking
hater
they
like
kind of
that.
I mean, like they kind of took a 4v5 in the same sense, right? Wiggies could not play this fight at all, and that it's like kind of their main engage. If they want to go forward, they need Wiggies to stand in front.
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah, I mean, rough
Well,
one.
you want to give like an MVP and an ace here in this
Ooh,
in this game?
I mean, Ace. I don't know. They're all into the fuck out of it when they were mega ahead, so they don't deserve it. Well played bot lane early on, but you guys sort of lost the game. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I think that brand champion was kind of useless. He didn't do anything besides get ahead in CS, right? But in the end, welcome back at a 1-0 scoreline for Deadly Lotus after a crazy game one. Um, yeah, it was interesting to see how game one unfolded. It was definitely full of surprises.
Yeah, I mean, the question is, do you think that, you come off a game like this, you're stomping in the early game, and then something happens, two team fights in a row go really bad, and then it's just looking like a complete disaster for you guys. After you come out of that game, are you looking at it like, man, these guys just play the late game so good, there's not much we can do about it? Or are you thinking like, we had such a free game there, we just have to not make no big critical mistakes, and it should just be free sailing. Like, we know we can beat these guys in the early game. Let's just go and do that again. I mean, it's got to be a tilting game, but I think that you haven't really got much choice. You kind of got to keep your mental in it and take the positives from the previous game, right?
I think it's going to be a stomp either way. I don't think it's going to be contested. I think it's or a mega tilter for hard and like, fuck this, get it done as quick as possible, just go next. Or it's just, okay, we lock in and we just know we're better, we stomp them.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, I'm completely with you on that. I think if Vitagen Heart are tilted as a result of what happened there, I think it could be a disaster. If they aren't able to find the same sort of advantages they got in the early game as last game and this game, I think it could be disastrous for them, because Deadly Lotus is just so good at playing the mid and late game. But I do think if it's like fired them up, if it's reinvigorated them, so to speak, that that they're all fired up now. They're like, we cannot go 0-2 the Deadly Lotus. We have to really show up here. I think if they've got that kind of mindset, I think they could probably, yeah, like you said, it could be a stomp either way.
Yeah, yeah, especially looking interested to see how this draft adaptation goes. Of course, we have Fearless. It's only best of 3, so it's not best of 5, so not that many times are going to be out. But big picks out, the Cinder's out, the Iron is out, the Ambessa, which means look by far the best one, is out, the Gwen out, Tristana, the Galio for this side. So a lot of power picks are out for players specifically. So you're gonna see a lot different comps, I think. I bet we started draft already. Probably gonna see the same bands on red side, I think. I think the Mauk is gonna be left open for hard because I think they're gonna be one of themselves.
Yeah, and just as a reminder for those at home who weren't here to catch the first game, the champs that are currently out are Ambessa, Ivern, Syndra, Thresh, Varus, Gwen, Tristana, Rel, Brand, and Galio. This is a fearless series. Those champs were all picked in the previous game, so will not be available in this one. So don't have to worry about wasting any bans on any of those champs. But it looks like they're doing pretty similar bans, although the Gnar is different here. I believe last game it was Maokai instead.
Yeah, they're gonna be on Mauk themselves. 100% sure if it's open, but the Narbat?
Yeah, I wonder. I thought, isn't Hyalarn like a Lilia player, or is Lilia bad into Maokai?
No, Lydia's fine to Maokai, but I think Maokai is just a pretty simple champ to play comms with. But I'm very surprised about that Gnar ban. I don't really get what I want to do with that.
Yeah, and the Ash ban instead of the Poppy this time, but I guess the reason for the Poppy ban last time was the R3 Rel. They wanted to get the support bans in early to make sure they had no answer to that one. Yeah, Maokai.
Maokai be one.
Yeah, I mean, this is a potential. I mean, it could be a triple flex, although it really doesn't seem like an A's champ. So I really doubt we'll see it in the top lane, but probably more of a jungle and support flex. More likely to go over to jungle, if I'm completely honest.
Let's. I was thinking this Jinx, the Jinx pick secret. They could also put Cho'Gath, by the way. I think the last time they did this, but their answer is Gwen into Cho'Gath from Heart. So they might pick the Cho'Gath on Toon themselves. It's also a double flex for Deadly Lotus.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can still see it going on too hard on 2 or 3 here. They're just looking really good and comfortable with it in their comp. Maokai Cho'Gath mid jungle does sound a bit bad, but
Rek'Sai being picked.
Yeah,
I don't like that. I think if I'm 1-0 up in a series and I got Jinx as my R1 into Maokai, immediately my mindset is I want to make this game as easy as possible for the Jinx to play. We're just gonna have a turbo tanky front line.
Yep.
We're
Okay.
gonna wait till she hits 2 items, and we're just gonna mow them all down. I think Rek'Sai makes it really flippy. I think that you want to just use your Jinx as like late game insurance, but now adding the Rek'Sai into the mix could be completely useless if things don't go well in the early game. And yeah, a flex pick after flex pick coming out. That's what Vitagen Heart is doing
Yeah,
a
I mean,
lot in this series.
Rek'Sai is like a comfort pick for the Allen, so I'm not that surprised seeing it. But yeah, they were probably better champions pick here. But I believe confidence after the game one. That's fine. And
Yeah.
a Sigurd pick as well afterward. Sivir. We like it?
Do we like Sivir? Yeah, I think so. Like, because the Vitagen Heart is doing exactly what I wanted DL to do. Nice tanky front line and then some hyper carry who can just free hit. And it should be a pretty easy lane for Sivir to play here. Silas coming through here. Potential support or mid flex. To be honest, I think it's going to be just in the mid lane, regardless. Honestly, I don't know how much I like Silas. I actually, he does have some good ultimates to steal. I also think those champs that he has the good ultimates to steal are pretty hard for him to play into. Like, he gets locked up so easily by Maokai. Cho'Gath's silence really annihilates him. Just make like because his cooldowns get so short, right? You just want to be perma spamming them all. The 2 second silence becomes really, really annoying later stages of the game. So we'll have to see how this one works out. Let's get
Yeah.
into the
Okay.
second
The
rotation of bans here. Yeah,
Yumi Pike.
4 support bans.
Yeah, I like this band from Hard, Emilio, and the Lulu. Just taking away
Yeah.
something that empowers Jinx super hard. What are you going for here for Deadly Lotus? I'm
I mean,
assuming they're gonna keep counter pick top for 5, so they're gonna pick support here.
for sure, yeah. They definitely want to pick support here. You can tell by the Pike ban that they want to take the support here. Wouldn't really make sense to ban the Pike away if you weren't planning to
Such
pick support.
cucks, man. Always the enchanters, but it makes sense. So Raka
Yeah, just
pick.
enchanter trade here is going to be makes complete sense. I mean, like I said, both teams really just want to play for the hypercarry, but one of them, at least in terms of draft, in my opinion, is way better than the other. I think Vitagen Heart has just a much better front line, and Sivir is absolutely going to cook the side of DL here. Is there two not super tanky melee champions? Sivir's Ricochet is going to absolutely shred them in later fights here. Especially, I mean, anti-heal is going to be amazing for both sides here.
What's the blind
So
here for top though? Is he gonna do the Shen? No way to do the Shen blind.
blind for top. I mean, they could just take the Cho'Gath, right? You take a counter pick to the Silas in the mid lane.
Yeah, also possible. I think they need some damage still though, because Maokai's Orc Cho'Gath
Hell
Silver is
no.
not that big. Nah, I feel like they have not
They
some
don't. They don't need any
And the
damage. Okay,
Veigar.
Veigar I don't like either. Veigar versus Silas Rek'Sai. Jesus Christ, the psychopathic, bro. Okay, this guy better go like 0-10 this game. There's no way you're able to lane against this. Against Silas Rek'Sai, there's no way you can lane this Veigar. Absolutely no way. But the thing is, DL, their early game isn't so good. So it could just be a lot of disrespect coming out from Josiah here saying, hey, like your early game is just not good enough to punish me. I'm going to be able to free scale here despite the fact you have such a strong early threat onto mid lane. And Ornn coming through. See, I would have liked more picks like this earlier in the chat instead of the Rek'Sai. Just I'm not really sure. Just some sort of tankier front line would be quite nice there. Something to help people to keep the Jinx alive. Not really sure what I would see that
Ornn
as, to be
fine.
honest. Ugh. Yeah, that is Ornn locked in there. Now,
Ornn locked in. Yeah, you could 5, a bit more protection, a bit more front line. Yeah, they're just banking on this Jinx, like 1v9 in the game, I guess. I don't mind.
I mean, actually, I think that they have much less reliance on a 1v9 here. I think actually, like, I really hate this Veigar pick like so much because there's already decent Mercs value. You know, Cho'Gath and Maokai already incentivize you to buy Merc treads. Now Veigar as well is just even more Mercs value. It's gonna be really hard for Veigar to actually find much here if Silas, Rek'Sai, and Ornn all go the Merc treads. And and it's not going to be that much of a damage threat if they do buy a little bit of MR on top of the mercs, or even just HP. So I think Vitagen Heart really rely on their Sivir to do the majority of the damage, whereas DL they have some split damage sources here. You know, the Rek'Sai does a little bit of damage. Silas will add some damage, you know, especially if he gets snowballing in the early game. If the Silas gets an advantage in the early game here, it can be really, really, really hard for Vitagen Heart to play the bot lane. I mean, imagine this, right? Silas and Rek'Sai gank the Veigar. Even if they don't kill the Veigar, maybe they force his flash. I don't know. They get push, right? They start to move down to bot lane. What the hell can Vitagen Heart's bot lane do against the 4-man dive? They just have absolutely no counterplay to it. They have to just have all their sums, probably blow them all to trade like 1-for-1 or something. I don't see it. I don't really see how Vitagen Heart wins this game based on draft, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think the
fair enough.
Veigar pick is just loses the game for them on the spot.
What would you have done on the blue 5 here in B5?
Could do Talia if you wanted to. Pretty good into Silas in the later stages of the game. Has some actual pushing power to stop the Silas roaming wherever he wants to.
Fair.
What else could you do here? I'm trying to think. What it's just hard because you'd probably want an AD mid. Could maybe do Yon.
Yon actually would like Yon as well. Yeah, Yon Maokai kind of good. But I don't think Yesai is a Yon player, so.
No. No, probably don't want to take Ari seeing the Silas there. I mean, if it's me, actually I'm not taking Kassadin, not into Rek'Sai. Maybe Lissandra, even if it does give Silas a pretty good ultimate to take again. I think that Lissandra won't be able to do too much, to be honest. Maybe like, if Silas takes the Lissandra ulti, I don't think it'll mean too much for the later fights.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fine.
I'm dying over here, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm fucking sick. I'm feeling sick. Yeah, I like as well with like the Nami, right? If you get like a Silas being ahead, then like the Nami being like the buffer that she is, like kind of enhancing a lot of damage. It could be really, really good. Soraka more like playing more. I think like Hard kind of wants to be, we stand our ground and we play space, and DL was we play for reset or we kind of play to be in your face with Rek'Sai Silas. So kind of more like swapped from last game. I feel like a bit the comp wise here. So I'm not sure if DL is going to be the team that pulls this off, but I'm not really sure if Vitagen Hard is the one that can play it slower. Because we've seen like later in the games they kind of tend to lose their shit, and DL's early game is not the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of interesting to see that their comps have shifted a little bit from last game. So I'm curious to see how they'll play that out. But I think that Rek'Sai is just not that good. But if he's confident in it, right? But besides that, I like DL's draft more.
I mean, I think it's not that good, but I do think it's a really easy Rek'Sai game to play now. Like versus after the Soraka, like before the Soraka Veigar pick, I didn't like the Rek'Sai. Soraka Veigar get picks, I made it like the Rek'Sai. It's I think it's got a lot of threat onto these lanes in the early game. He has some real potential, and as you said, he's a Rek'Sai player. He likes that champ. So yeah, I'd be interested to see how this goes for Hyalan here. Has he played Rek'Sai in SLE so far?
Yep. 3 times or something. I think he won all the games.
Really?
Yeah. I think he's like the only person I've ever seen play the champion in solo in SLE or competitive, like in my games at all. There is a champ that can lose value, but if he gets ahead, oh man, it's annoying to kill with all the tunnels and the regen from your bird, right? Like it's also interesting to see him, Jonathan Isaac, their best performing player, all split on the Maokai instead of like more of a carrier or a data champion. They're putting full trust in Yesse and Sekan to get into this game. But we'll see. I don't think they have lost the game. Well, they had Cho'Gath as well. So
I mean, just looked back through the match history a little bit here, and I did see Hyalan had a massive pop-off performance on the Rek'Sai here. What was he against Invicta in their last series? And 6-0-9, I think. So yeah, definitely knows what he's doing on the champ. Hope to see a good performance on that champ, because yeah, this champ is almost. I don't know the last time. I could not tell you the last time I saw a Rek'Sai outside of ARAM.
I've not seen it
Sure.
in game for quite some time. Let's say that.
Yeah, and Helen is a skilled player for sure. So, I mean, if he knows how to play the champ, he knows how to play the game well. It's quite the combo here, you know. Especially when it's in a what I would view now as a pretty decent game for it. He's got a lot of lanes that he can snowball through.
True. I mean, the most likely you're gonna try to play it through mid, right? It's like the easiest lane to play through. Yeah, I played mid to bot, the easiest way. I doubt. I think hard just has to look for cross maps, but is it doable? Like, you can't really kill the Ornn on the side. Like, they have again like good mercs value on their top side, so I don't know. The team likes to play a bit too much AP on hard.
Yeah, I think that's more due to the limitations. I think A's, the champs he's most comfortable blinding, are like the Cho'Gath, the Gwen, both AP champs. Josiah, I don't really know what AD champs he has in his pool. I believe he plays Tristana, but obviously already gone as a result of Fearless. So doesn't really have too many AD options left. Makes it pretty hard. But then again, after Zcon, Zcon was extremely fed in the previous game. If they can get into a similar position again in this game, it's going to be much, much easier for him to play the team fights. He just whacks his W on, presses R, and just hits any melee champ that gets in his range. I mean, his mechanics in fights are good. You don't really have to worry about that. If he gets the lead like he did last game, he can just solo carry this game. He can just have the frontliners sit in front, tank everything up. Make sure the Sylas can't go onto the back. Sylas and Maokai both can't get onto Maokai. Sylas and Rek'Sai both can't access the backline. But I think they have a lot of support for it on Deadly Lotus' side. Deadly Lotus has the Ornn ultimate to try and force out the Sivir spell shield. They have the Rek'Sai tunnels that can easily look for flanks here. Sylas also can easily look for flanks if he gets a red trinket. And it's going to be pretty hard to get. Similarly, it's going to be pretty hard to get on the Jinx. Even just through Nami ultimate, they don't really have any kind of mobility to get onto the Jinx. The Jinx should be able to free hit in all of these team fights unless Josiah finds a good cage here.
Yeah, I think the cage is going to be a big factor in this game. I think DL have. I mean, both teams are kind of an easy way to engage on these fights.
I tell you what, as much as I've been hating on this Veigar pick, that's mostly because of the lane in phase. And I was going to mention this as well, actually. It's a pretty new-ish kind of thing. I think some pros were doing it a while ago, where you go the airy precision on Veigar, and that gives you 25 haste just in the runes. Plus, you can take the 8 extra ability haste in the minor runes. Gives you 33 haste just from your rune page. Plus, maybe Josiah will go the Rod of Ages, which he can because you get so much haste for free from that. But he could also go for either like Fimbulwinter or Archangel, and that'll also be pretty nice to be able to just get even more haste. The cage cooldown gets incredibly low, and in the late game, Icehound and Helen are both going to really struggle if they get caged. Even Crazy Fool, whoever Josiah cages here should just be a really easy free target for Zcon to hit, and just another way that Zcon can just free hit here. They just have to put the cage anywhere near anyone approaching him, and he can just auto him down 100 to 0. So
yeah, good cage can secure the kill on anyone. I think this game. I do have to say, I hate first strike Maokai. I think it's not a thing. It's not a thing anymore. You just go face rush or you go aftershock, but you just don't do first strike anymore. You don't get that much value from it. Especially, I mean, this game into like force squish your opponents is fine, but you don't need the damage, no? Like, I don't think you need it, at least. That's in my opinion.
Yeah, and there we go. Immediately, Icehound looking. I actually kind of don't really like the Conqueror here from Icehound. I would like to see Electrocute because I really feel like,
lane,
yeah, just play as much for the lane as possible. I feel like he can actually snowball with the electrocute. The Conqueror is going to be nice in the later stages, but he's not the person that's going to be taking out the Cho'Gath and Maokai here. He isn't needed at all for that. I really thought the Conqueror is a complete waste here, and he should just be trying to get as much value out of the lane phase as he can. And the fact that he's taken the Conqueror actually means that he had a pretty even trade with the Josiah here, who chose to take the Airy, probably Scorch as well, because Gathering Storm doesn't really have too much value on Veigar, because you just get a lot of AP from your Q anyway, so additional AP isn't really needed.
I know, I heard Gathering Storm on every 10 minutes, so...
Well, you probably heard that from a complete noob, so don't listen to that person ever again.
Yeah, true. I would never. Yeah, I mean, I would have liked it actually, because especially because you need to kind of excel from this mid lane, right? You need to kind of. Oh, nice.
Oh, and yeah, ice Amplian. I don't even know how that happened.
Imagine he had execute.
Josiah extremely low here. He's going to be forced to recall and TP. If he wants to pick up Terry, he should have enough for it. No, he's going to go for the Rod of Ages build. That's completely fine. He does need the survivability here.
True and real. We see the junglers both matching each other in the bot lane clears. Maokai is going to be a lot faster actually. Jan might be skipping the blue. Is Isaac fast enough to react to this? I think he should be. They have no vision. They have literally no single, not a single ward. I think this will be fine though. Like,
he's probably going to flash onto Wiggies if I had to take a guess here. Oh, nice patience there, and a nice bubble from iCrazy for Helen is picking this up. But
and a kill here.
Jonathan Isaac flashes in, although isn't able to get the knockup off the correct way. Oppression's just clicking forwards here. Is hitting Zekan, who's getting pretty low. I think Oppression can keep hitting here. I don't think he has to be so scared. But is absolutely terrified of this one caster minion as he keeps rocketing it over and over again. I don't know, I'd be opening my report menu right now because this should be a free kill, but never mind. Jonathan Isaac is absolutely sprinting it down, giving a little freebie over to DL, giving them exactly what they want. Oppression, no, you can't kill this guy. Zekan does have the barrier available.
Yeah, I know. Look at the wards by there from the bot lane. It's just nothing warded. They just completely got caught up by surprise from this Rek'Sai gank. Really nice flash from Yalan to get both of them on top of each other. Disaster strucks early for Hard here, and really good gank early on by Yalan, skipping the camp. A bit too much play, a bit too over aggressive as well after that from Isaac. I don't think you ever get the kill there. So, yeah, maybe we see a complete flip in the last game. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see. I'm excited, yeah.
You're very excited. I'm so excited.
I'm always excited, baby.
You just can't hide it, baby.
I could hide it, but I choose not to.
Okay, well, my god. Okay, but Barrage just fumbling around mid lane. Yeah, I mean, this Rek'Sai. Oh, careful, easy boy. Okay. He is playing with the phase rush on the Cho'Gath this game, though. No grass speed, no inhaler blades. He wants to zoom around in fights. Yeah, this is a really nice spot to be in for DL. I'm really sure like how strong Rek'Sai is in these kind of spots, because I don't ever see that champion get played.
I mean, I think because I'm pretty sure Tiamat only gives like 25 AD. Like the build here is mostly for clearing the jungle camps faster, which I guess Rek'Sai kind of needs because it doesn't really have that. So in terms of like actual fighting power, probably is about equal with Maokai, honestly. Maybe is up just because of the extra longsword. But yeah, I can't imagine, like, you know, if he had gone like a Phage or something here, like probably insanely strong, you know, just purely in terms of fighting. But I mean, the Tiamat's gonna, you know, if he doesn't get punished for this, then it will be better overall.
Grubbies, are they gonna match jungle towards top? They will never win this 3v3, no? I'm not saying this. I think the Hard never wins 3v3 match. Yeah, okay, good. Maokai wrapped up back to the Drake. I think they should force the Drake here instantly. They have a good bot push. Then I don't know if they know the Rek'Sai top, but they should know because both their solo laners are missing. But yeah, drops for Drake trade. XP lead is gonna be for Yalan, but the Drake lead is gonna be for Hard here. I mean, last game we saw Hard couldn't really get the soul. It's kind of cost him the game as well in the end.
I mean, I actually really don't mind taking the grubs here. I think, you know, it's fine to take the grubs because if they are able to get a kill onto the bottom lane, you know, say at like 10 minutes, right? After next base, they get a double kill onto the bot lane of Vitagen Heart. That tower is going to get melted so fast if they're triple grubs hitting it, you know?
Yeah, especially like the Jinx, right? Jinx is a very good tower taker with her machine gun go rah, rah, on the towers.
Yeah.
I think it depends on like how this game develops, right? In the next like 2-3 minutes, if the Heart just are gonna contest the second respawn of the grubs. Of course, you can always take the Drake for grubs and contest the second one because the Drake time is gonna be a bit later than the grubs.
Who said first strike on Maokai wasn't worth it? That's an extra 14 gold into Jonathan Isaac's back pocket. Cross map. Tell me that's not OP.
Was my vision OP. Rek'Sai got one campy in the meantime though.
Yeah,
very
managed to
good
sneak
game.
away the blue buff here, I think.
Did he get blue as well? I did not see. I think he got the Grump. He got Grump for certain. Not sure what the blue. I don't have spawned yet. I think it actually has. Yeah, never mind. Isaac started topside, so he took the blue as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so Yalan actually is the one up in camps here. Also, 2-0 scoreline, so pretty good situation for him here. Zcon looking to shove the wave here, make a pressure, and actually miss something here for punish him for his poor reset timers. Nami's moving over to mid lane, maybe looking to place a couple wards that maybe remove some vision here around the mid lane. Maybe looking with Icehound to get onto Wiggies here if they step up a bit too much, but Crazy Fall. So moving the safe vision the Veigar has, and now look, these waves pushing away from him. Such a difficult spot for Veigar to be in. He really needs people to be hovering around him, but yeah, look. Icehound, oh, really nice cage actually from Josiah. Really well aimed. Really well aimed.
Yeah, nice guys from Stackies. I mean, the game stat is pretty fine still for hard rides. Nothing to be scared of, but still, the early levels a bit tragic. Man, they need to remove like health from the game. Look at this mid lane. Was this my mid lane? No AP, just straight health.
I mean, that's completely fine though, right? Because Veigar gets free AP from his Q. He's not going to be able to do much skirmishing in the early game in this game anyway, right? So completely fine, and Josiah's doing a pretty good job. He's actually up CS in this lane, which should never be the case. He's just able to play the lane really slow here, and actually isn't being punished as hard as he, as I think he should have been. But also, Hyalar not exactly abusing this Veigar either when he's pushed up so far.
I think it's a rune choices. Let's do rune choices as well. Jan gonna get spotted by. Is he gonna get spotted?
Yeah.
Spotted by,
Yeah, does get spotted by it.
They don't get killed though.
Is able to escape out of this one.
Bad place, man. Free vision. They're gonna be in an item disadvantage at top though. Look at the items for Jarl and the Rek'Sai has full stride breaker, while Maokai is not on Leon yet. Nami is gonna be a bit of late on base. Soraka already on move. Triple topside AP again. The Merc cell is gonna crazy. This Ornn needs to get the one shot by this Sivir, otherwise he's gonna just not die. We're gonna see a fight over Gubbies, I can guarantee you that. Item completed for Jarl, not on anyone on hard has item completed, so they're gonna be an advantage. Maybe they can lock down. Oh, Jarl. Ooh, nice catch.
Flash coming through from Jonathan Isaac, and the ultimate does actually knock Kjellern out of the... Oh, nice Maokai ultimate stolen away from Icehound there, but might end up getting caged there if he's not careful. Cage does land, but did manage to get over the wall in time. As Crazy Fall dropping, but Ace is going to be dropping too. Flash forwards. Kjellern looks to be going down here to Josiah. Yep, does drop Weenzer fighting Jonathan Isaac on the side here. But
he wins
as he's actually kind of destroying Jonathan Isaac here.
Isaac, are you sure you want to do this?
Josiah does not have the ultimate available here to be able to keep fighting this one. Icehound doesn't seem to want to continue fighting here either. And Oppression is seemingly losing the 1v1 in the bot lane here as well. Nice fight from... yeah, could have been a bit better if... you know, unfortunately, they didn't really combo the spells too well there. The Soraka Maokai knocked Hyalar out of the Soraka silence, yeah. Made it so he was actually able to get the E off and escape Actually, no, he didn't escape in the end.
Are they gonna
almost
hold the Grubby for the Cho'Gath to take it with Feast? This is almost up. Smart. Get another stack. He also got stack on the Nami. Yeah, look at that little rat.
Yeah, it's a shame actually that Vitagen Heart, oh not Vitagen, sorry, Deadly Lotus haven't managed to get any plates on Deadly Lotus's bot lane tower here. Because I mean, like I said from the draft, I would really expect that with the stronger early game mid and jungle combo here, you'd actually be able to leverage that to have an easier make your Jinx have a really easy time in the bot lane. But doesn't seem like they've been able to look for that quite yet. So you can getting some poke down there onto Crazy Fall, also breaking the bone plating there. It's pretty huge.
Yeah, I mean, game is completely neutral now after that little skirmish. 1-1 breaks, like even in gold, 3-2 grabs. I think like Heart is kind of like fine with the spot. Isaac did not get spotted on vision there, so they could make a play. They have his ulti, they don't have flash though. Both flash are up for bot lane of Deadly Lotus. So maybe I think just ulti, you burn one flash spin.
Yeah, Jonathan Isaac, and it's probably still going to be able to get, nice combo in the spells a lot better this time, and are able to take out Crazy Fall, who doesn't, chooses not to flash away there. I think if he did flash away, the Malkar would catch up, reach the Jinx, and it'd probably be a double kill, honestly.
Maybe
really don't want to see so.
Maybe fine, wait for the Maokai W to hit, flash him on the tower, maybe get a kill. But yeah, it's hard. I think maybe they get out, because I don't think they can dive the Jinx that deep, no? I feel like.
I'm not entirely sure. I'm not smart enough for that.
I don't have the facilities for that plan. Well, Ace is a bit far up.
I mean,
they are gonna form and rotate the top. You should smell something is up.
Yeah, Icehound and Hyalan in the top side here. Icehound looking to take the blue buff. They might look for the Maokai here, although Maokai does spot out the ward. Maybe the Veigar has to be a bit careful here, but it looks like he's cleared or almost cleared the wave now, so doesn't really have much reason to step up here. It's Crazy Fall also goes into the top side here, drops the Nami ultimate. And nothing more going to be coming out of that, but Josiah's going to be able to find a cage onto Crazy Fall here, who has his flash available. Actually doesn't use the cage, just holding it for now. So Crazy Fall forced to flash regardless.
He didn't have a cage? Like, he didn't cage?
I think he wanted to wait until after Nami flashed, or to see if Rek'Sai was going to do something more aggressive. Nice movement there from Josiah.
Oh, bot lane is tower. They're losing bot lane tower because just the Nine was top for so long. Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I mean, Oppression is just not really able to lane. See, the Nami roams away from bot lane, isn't able to find anything, but the bot lane tower just completely drops from Deadly Lotus. And I mean, it's a pretty similar story to last game, although this time Vitagen has much nicer scaling here.
Yeah, okay, nice. Oh, look, the cage didn't hit.
Pretty nice cage, actually. Just barely not in the correct spot here, but can tell Josiah's pretty practiced on this Veigar with these cages, because it's pretty hard unless you use normal cast to actually get the placement down for or like where, because obviously it casts where you want. Your mouse is the center of the cage, right? So to get the edge of the cage to be directly on top of your champ is actually pretty difficult if you're using quick cast.
Yep, true. I mean, as well, like this side doesn't have that much damage, right? So it's not that scary.
Or an ulti coming through to try and take that. As Icehound eats the Cho'Gath, and then Swag recalls away as both of the solo laners of DL are recalling, so they just completely drop in 2 full waves onto bot tower for no reason. That's completely fine. If they choose to do that, that's no problem. And I don't know, Crazy Fall hasn't looked too useful this game yet, actually. But then again, he is a scaler. He is a scaler. This just as a player. You know, last game didn't do too much in the early game, and then completely stepped up later on. It's really hard for Deadly Lotus to do anything. Yeah, it's split up. So Hyalan is completely isolated here. Is just going to be dropping. That will be Herald going over as well. A is TP invested here. Veigar. They actually have no TP to go to bot lane, so probably their tier 1 bot tower is going to drop here.
I mean,
never mind. Weezer is hitting it for 2
I think it
damage
dies. I think it dies though. Like they definitely.
But I think if your wings are here, you probably just want to try and rotate up, like, because you know the Cho'Gath's gonna come to bot. You probably, instead of like hitting this tower for 50 damage a hit, which is a complete waste, and now he's probably dead, honestly. Instead of doing that, you surely just want to rotate to mid to help your team get push in the mid lane. Like this is just a complete waste. He did like 1k damage to the tower, sure, but it doesn't do anything. Like, the minions would have done like half of that damage on their own.
Fair true, fair true. Yeah, I don't know. Deadly Lotus getting a bit out-rotated. Oh, Windsor. Okay, yeah. Nothing
I mean, it's things like this that just make Vitagen Heart able to get these objectives. You know, like Cho'Gath uses his time to get an advantage in the mid lane, right? Whereas Windsor uses his time to hit bot tower. You know, like they're just one's just way more useful for the overall team.
You don't say. Yeah, but it game's like still like mega even, right? So that like those small things kind of can go further. But we have seen like the early games from Hard just a bit more. I feel like they're more practice, a bit more thought behind it. Like they kind of move around faster on the map. But just like last game, like even spot, DL's team fighting is really good. Their like late game like decision making is really nice. So, but I think Hard have a lot easier comp to play out this time. You can see it right on the direct side pick as well. You just press Maoka or you press Soraka signs onto it and you're fine. Ooh, Zikkan. You're fine. There's a really easy way to find like picks.
Yeah. For sure.
For sure. Okay, but the game is kind of in a like dead state now, right? You have no soul point threat yet. No soul threat yet. We have nothing like to really fist fight over. So unless like we get some mega step ups like Baron as well. Okay, Zikkan. Okay, maybe we see the flash used here for they're beating the flash.
Yeah, a flash and really low here, but actually should be completely fine now. Gets the reset, but shouldn't be able to get anything more. And also, we see the Veigar walking out from bot side here, but I don't think he's going to be able to approach as the Silas is looking to zone him away here. And yeah, there's no Veigar cage now. If Galen can get onto him, no. Oh, okay. Wow, got cancelled here, and Smite coming through as well. Just like flashes on top of Icehound. Should be dropping here if Icehound has his ultimate. He doesn't have his ultimate available. But I still think Josiah will be dropping here. Doesn't have the front yet.
Oh no,
Galen jumps in. He might be able to take. Oh,
nice ease.
Insane chain from Icehound there. He's finding some crazy chains there, and almost finds it again. But Cho'Gath flash. That's so unlucky, and is it a repeat of last game? Oppression getting another kill, and now it's just looking so tough for Vitagen Heart.
Looking a bit doomed here, yeah.
Everything was just so close. You know, the Rex IQ just barely clips the Veigar. Veigar tries to flash out, ends up on top of Silas's face, and Jonathan Isaac doing a wiggies here, and is just going to be dropping. Gale doesn't go over to Jinx, which is quite nice. I'm surprised the Jinxes go in Runan second, to be honest. I really don't think you need to with Yuntao.
This game is going from bad to worse real quick. Like 3k gold lead from nothing. And they kind of tried to save the Veigar and ended up with 5 deaths in the end. So, oi. Yeah, this Jinx is got a 4 Runans plus like a Lost Whisperer. They got Riftmaker, Roa, and Icehound now as well. This Rexa is really strong, so it's looking yeah, the game looks like last game. Like DL completing driver's seat and one team behind. So maybe we see complete like repeat of last game, right? Like one team behind, other team ahead. Just bit of a comeback, but comp wise, if they don't get in this Jinx, it was bad. Because this Cho'Gath is not going to tank. Oi. Rough one. For hard, but very nice from DL. Kinda surprising all of us. There's a third seed coming in.
Yeah, I mean, and also, you know, just after the trash talk, quote unquote trash talk, I suppose. Oh my god, Ace finds an amazing heal onto the Jinx here. It's dropped extremely
Nice
low. Redemption
Nice.
coming out from Wiggy's there. But I think if Oppression just takes the long way back to lane here, he can just get healed up by the Nami slowly over time. Although the Nami actually got pretty low herself there. I do think they really can't fight without the Jinx, so I think they just need to spam heals on the Jinx here. Crazy Fall, drop some W's on the boy. W him, please! Thank you, thank you.
I mean, this token is just butter, by the way. Like, the Drake fight is looking a bit rough here because they don't have time to reset. Okay, y'all have flash, y'all have flash.
Good. Yeah, actually might drop here. Yeah, nice silence. Good combo of the CC. Ice Hound probably dropping too. Oh, actually manages to escape here. But Wings are caught in the cage. I don't think they're going to be able to find too much oppression, and I Crazy for all that is all way too low.
Free Drake, soul point. I mean, this is the strength of the hard to comp, right? You just press Malka R and you get used to Soraka E, Varga cage. You're so locked up. Ooh, scary moments. You have to kind of like play for this. Don't go too much AC, you're squish yourself.
Good W by Windsor though. He's really doing a good job making sure he doesn't
Die.
Yeah, he just doesn't get caught out here. Just a shame he doesn't have his ultimate available, but yeah, they're just gonna have to give up this trick. And pretty similar situation to last game. I mean, 3 dragons on Heart. The gold situation is actually favorable for Deadly Lotus at the moment. I mean, if they just get a fight where oppression isn't turbo chunked before the fight even starts, it can be really good. I mean, he has still tier 1 shoes on this Jinx, so it is really easy for him to get caught out by the Cho'Gath Q here if he's not careful. Cho'Gath does have the Symbiotic Souls and the Cosmic Drive. That's a lot of move speed to get into range. So I think, I mean, honestly,
Yes.
since the Jinx went, the attack speed item with Yuntao, it could honestly be an angle where he goes Swifties. Just so that he can make sure he's not caught out by anything in this game.
Bro, they want like IE at this point though for Jinx here.
Yeah, ideally, I mean, the ideal 3-item core in this game would be Yuntao, IE, and the anti-align mortal reminder.
He doesn't need LDR, at least not yet, because the Malka has barely any armor. This Cho'Gath is going full AP, so
he's the best applier of anti-heal. I mean, you could also go. They're gonna have quite a lot of armor anyway, I think.
you think?
Like, and you have to be the one to take out the front line. His team has no frontline damage apart from him. I think he really has to go.
Cho'Gath is like butter without LDR even.
I don't know if maybe. But I would really rather go. I'd really rather skip the rune answer.
Another cast star, but I think that Vitagen Heart is not going to be in time to respond to this time though. They have.
No, they're not even really aware of it, to be honest. Their waves aren't set up. It looks like they're trying to go for it now. Actually, no, Zcans is going for a base here. And yeah, they don't actually get anything. It's just a completely free. It's a Voracious Archon. Well, we'll have to see how they can leverage the respawns here. Does mean that the Silas has a pretty protected shutdown here, so he can play a lot more ham in the next team fight if he wishes to. And Cho'Gath on the side here, a really nice flank look here as Oppression's walking up on his own. Yeah, he's probably just going to be able to take out Oppression here. Get that.
Flash.
Oh, but does he even want to flash?
You have the respawn, so I don't think it's.
Yeah, he has the respawn. I feel like he really. Yeah, and he's still.
Why are you wasting flash on the ace as well? Like,
yeah, but the thing is, like, now this means that in the next team fight, when they kill Jinx, there's no way she comes back because the rest of Deadly Lotus can actually stall out a team fight, right? Whereas now if Jinx dies, they have no way to stall out that much time for the Jinx to respawn and come back to the fight. But I do agree. I don't think it's even worth to flash you like that. I think he just is happy with taking the flash and barrier from Jinx.
You can still get the like respawn, right? So you get the pick and like.
Ice Hound getting some good damage down there. Oh my god, finds the channel to Jonathan Isaac, who's already used his flash. Soraka ulti even being expended here to try and keep him alive to stop the Jinx resets. But now Jinx gets another reset, and now Josiah also forced to flash.
No TP on Vigar. Oh, but why is so forced? Why you want to fight so badly into that? They can't they just wait it out for the streak? Like now they're gifting the game away again. Oi, 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 oi. They have TP on Cho'Gath though, but they can't fight. Yeah, Cho'Gath's dead. Wait, he got ulti on my own. Hello, on a tower? Yeah, I think this is bare defeat. And this side dies as well.
Yeah, and if this is yeah, okay. And Jinx just continually hitting that Baron. There's going to be a free Baron going over to this. And in fact, not just a free Baron, a Baron and two cheeky kills there as well to go on top.
Oi, 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 oi. It's not looking good. They kind of had a bit of a... like, the pick on the Jinx was good because she kind of burned her sums before the Drake, your Drake soul spawned, right? But now, it's only 3k. It's still only 3k, but you lost Veigar Flash. Yeah, you lost your Cho'Gath Flash. You don't have Flash on Maokai. You only have Flash and Barrier left over on your Sivir. But do you kill anyone for like fast enough? That's the question. Like, are you skilled enough? Like, does Sivir do enough damage with these two items? Can you get through the Ornn? He's looking for. Saya also doesn't have TP, but he has the portal, so he can get to there fast enough to reach all the spot. Tank this motherfucker. He has Heart Steel, Warmogs, Abyssal. You're not killing him. And you're. Ooh. Does he die actually from this? I don't think so. Weezer does not here. Oh, nice Q though from Cho'Gath.
Yeah, Queens are just completely caged up here. It isn't actually dropping though, but the Sivir does manage to get the kill here, but Zekon pretty low, although it won't mean too much because Wiggies can heal the team back up. Still has the ultimate available. Redemption not available, but ultimate is there. So I don't think I don't know if Deadlifters are going to be able to contest this dragon.
They have the force. I think they have the force. They have no ulti on Maokai though, no ulti on Veigar, so it's a bit of a rough
Cho'Gath also no ultimate available. I feel like the Lotus can actually fight this. A's might even be playing a bit too aggressive. I really think they could have just gone on the Cho'Gath there. I think they kind of have to just pull the trigger. I think if they actually just start fighting, they do honestly win. Maybe not. Maybe because Wiggies has his ultimate available here. I think the longer they wait,
it's a bit far.
If Oppression's mana gets a bit too low, it becomes really hard for them to team fight.
Yeah, I think they just start the Drake, yeah. It's a bit of a flip though, with Iolan being around.
If Xialan finds a good engage here, he can just start. I think he can just engage. He can get like a 3-man knockup here. Wow, insane from Icehound. The resets from Jinx. Yeah, this should be a completely free fight here. Nice bubble there. Xialan just terrorizing the backline as well. And that is going to be the Drake going over. Amazing snipe from Oppression here. Oh my god, I really doubt they can end here. I mean, it's 30 seconds? Nah, I don't think so. I think the towers are going to be enough to...
I'm not sure. I think they can actually end this, maybe.
There's no way they end. Really? I mean, maybe the Jinx resets. I think it's going to be close, whether they can end or not. Actually, no.
I think it's...
Yeah, I think it's going to be close.
I think they can end. Yeah, it's 10 seconds.
Actually, yeah, 20 seconds on both the carries.
They end.
Yeah, it's just end. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Regular season be damned. Playoff shows who the real teams are. Both Vitagen squads locked to the lower bracket. The 1 and 2 seeds both going down early on. That's a surprise, not gonna lie. Well played by that Lotus, but you have to kind of feel something here as hard.
Yeah, I mean, I called it. Both games, I called which team was going to win. That's all I'm saying. It's just easy, baby. If you need any... Actually, fuck, I didn't do it in our playoff predictions. Oh well, whatever. If I'd seen the drafts when I could do my playoff predictions, that'd be perfect. Okay. But yeah, well, crazy game. Absolutely crazy game.
All right, congratulations, Mr. My guys from DL. That was crazy. I did not expect to see that one happening at 2-0 as well. I mean, I predicted 2-0.
You did. I thought it would have been a 2-1, to be honest. But then... who are they going to be up against? I think it's the winner of Radix versus Hoggies.
No, it's oh yeah. DL is going to play against the winner of Radix Hoggies, and the Heart gets to play the winner of Chunky's Soul.
Chunky's Soul. Now that is another matchup for the ages right there. So yeah, I'm looking.
I did not expect this match to be this early in the playoffs, especially not in the lower bracket. But
yeah, absolutely crazy. I'm excited to see how the upper bracket's going to go. I mean, I could not have predicted any of this. I think basically all my pick'ems are just completely wrong in every single round so far. So just bet the opposite of whatever I bet.
Okay, some of your bet. I want to do an interview. Is anyone someone from DO here actually to do an interview?
Did we do interviews? No, I don't think we do interviews. Yeah, that's fine. We don't do interviews. No issue. All right, Dutchy. MVP
Yes.
of this series. Who are you giving it to? The whole series. Series as a whole.
Oh, I think I go Icehound with this one. I think I go Icehound with this one. He played super well both games.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, Winter does a rock in the top lane, but like didn't really do much this game, right? Jarlan, good early game. Crazy Fool. Crazy Fool's early games are bad, but his mid to late games are really good.
Yeah.
So,
He really, as soon as the laning phase ends, he really picks it up. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's our MVP. Congratulations to Icehound for our personal MVP. If you want to sign us off, Dutch, I'll let you go right ahead with that.
Thank you for being here, guys. I'm not sure when we are back. We're definitely back on Sunday. But yeah, thank you, all for being here. It was a banger game. Unexpected result, but it definitely shakes up the league a bit. We're going to have some interesting matchups coming soon. See you and good night.